Decolonizing the curriculum is a transformative process that calls for a thorough re-examination of educational content, teaching methods, and institutional frameworks. At its heart, this process challenges the dominance of Eurocentric narratives and strives to create learning environments where all students can see themselves reflected and valued. To achieve this, educators must intentionally broaden the scope of what is taught and how it is taught, moving beyond traditional boundaries to embrace a multiplicity of perspectives and experiences. One key strategy is to diversify curricular content by integrating materials, authors, and case studies from a wide array of cultures, regions, and identities. This means prioritizing voices that have historically been marginalized or overlooked, such as indigenous knowledge systems, African philosophies, Asian histories, and Latin American literature, alongside canonical Western texts. Such inclusion not only enriches the curriculum, but also challenges students to think critically about the origins and limitations of the knowledge they encounter. Equally important is the critical examination of existing materials. Reviewing reading lists, syllabi, and course objectives helps to uncover implicit biases or gaps in representation. By encouraging students to engage with canonical texts through a critical lens, exploring their historical contexts, underlying assumptions, and the power dynamics they embody, educators promote a deeper and more nuanced understanding of the material. Curriculum development should also be a collaborative endeavor, involving students, community members, and scholars from diverse backgrounds in the design process brings fresh perspectives and helps identify blind spots. This collaboration ensures that the curriculum remains relevant, respectful, and empowering for all learners. Inclusive pedagogy further supports decolonization efforts. Employing teaching methods that value multiple ways of knowing, such as storytelling, oral traditions, experiential learning, and community-based projects, creates space for dialogue, reflection, and the sharing of personal experiences. Such approaches acknowledge the richness of different cultural traditions and learning styles, fostering a more dynamic and participatory classroom environment. Addressing structural barriers is essential to sustaining these changes. Institutions must recognize and challenge practices that perpetuate exclusion or inequity. Providing professional development for educators on anti-racist and decolonial pedagogies, as well as ensuring equitable access to resources and support services, are vital steps toward creating genuinely inclusive educational spaces. Finally, decolonizing the curriculum is not a finite task, but an ongoing journey. It requires continuous reflection, regular feedback, and a willingness to adapt as new insights emerge. By embracing this process, educators can cultivate learning environments that are more inclusive, responsive, and equitable, honoring the full spectrum of global knowledge and human experience.